weather than we have here in Southern California. And what a perfect early evening, and it is time for baseball. As Prime Video presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the LA Angels in the final game of a 3-game set from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with David Cohn. I'm Michael Kay, where the Yankees have lost the first 2 games of this series. They're trying to salvage the final game of the road trip. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup in this one. The Angels call up Chase Silseth to make the start. Now, those are his numbers in a short period of time with the Angels, but in Pacific Coast League action, which is a hitter's league, has a very good ERA. He's going against Carlos Rodon, making his 3rd start as a Yankee. What have you seen in the first 2, David?
Well, I still see a guy that's rounded into form, and Carlos Rodon is a premier power left-handed pitcher, and he really needs that high fastball to get going. He's basically a 2-pitch pitcher. When he's up there with life, he's darn near unhittable. And then when he gets it down, you better watch out. So that's the difference there. There's a fine line between a high fastball and one that's down, and then the slider as well. It's a high-low game. High fastball, sliders down. If you don't get him down, you get hurt. When he does, he's very effective, but still getting stronger, still rounded into form.
And if you look at his pitch selection, he's a 2-seam guy. He's a 4-seam guy, a 2-pitch guy, 4-seamer and a slider, changeup and the curveball. Those are pitches that he'll mix in occasionally, but he needs those top 2 to work the way they're supposed to. And they better work as well against Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani has put on a show in the first 2 games of the series, and, you know, that's kind of insulting. He's put on a show the entire year.
Well, he has. He's on a historic pace. You talk about 19 home runs in 31 games or 32 games now, but he has just been unstoppable. Everything he hits is on the button, at least 105 or 110 miles an hour, and this one stays in the park. Good Yankee defense kept that from being worse, and then, of course, the big blast was off of Michael King. That was a 7th-inning, game-tying 2-run home run and a bat flip seen around the world, it seems like, and then it just keeps on keeping on. Not only does he hit home runs, but he's got some wheels. He can get around the bases, and that was his 7th home run, or 7th triple rather, which leads the league.
They compare he and Babe Ruth all the time, but he's doing it at the same time. Babe Ruth did it at different times. It's almost amazing, though, if you look at the pitching, almost an identical record after the first 455 career innings pitched. He's doing stuff that has never been done before by one person at the same time. Well, the Yankee offense has certainly struggled. They've been struggling for a while, but one guy who's actually done his job is Gleyber Torres. He's putting hits together every single game. We're getting closer to baseball. Lineups, first pitch baseball next, right here on Prime.
With great offers from DraftKings Sportsbook, you can get that pennant-winning feeling all season long.
Hit my bet.
Whoa! I'm back, baby. It's Poppy time. Nice little party, baby. Yeah.
New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Action's so good, why bet anywhere else?
I made my fungal.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With up to 13 camera views and the Z71 off-road package.
You okay?
Yeah. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
KFC's new ultimate barbecue chicken sandwich with hickory smoked bacon, honey barbecue sauce, crispy onions, fried chicken on a brioche bun.
Oh, looks good. Tastes good.
You can't buy great conversations or excuses to unplug. You can't buy possibilities, and you can't buy moments that matter, but you can invest in them. At T. Rowe Price, we believe your investment should work harder for the future you imagine. And that's where our strategic investing approach can help. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
The only thing I regret about my life was hiring local talent. If I knew about Upwork, I would have hired actually talented people from all over the world, instead of talentless people from all over my house.
We're in the middle of a storm.
This is convergence.
The fusing of a drug cartel with a terrorist organization. unlimited resources paired with undying hatred.
Wish me luck. Good luck.
I need to find out who's behind all this.
Jack, what the hell are you?
Sure you want to know? What'd he say? Hung up on me. Typical.
It is a beautiful day, as we mentioned, here in SoCal, and we have a rare 4 o'clock start here in Anaheim at the Big A. The sun is splashing with the sun. The field is splashed by sun, and the Yankees, you have to make that old delineation. Is it the hitters or the pitchers? Look at the pitchers that have gone against the Yankees, and they've made the Yankees offense look really anemic recently, and now they will face a youngster by the name of Chase Silseth. And let's see if he puts up big numbers as well. Just called up from the minors to make the start against the Yankees, as the Angels will try to sweep the Yankees in this 3-game set, something they have not done in Anaheim since 2009. So Peraza is ready. Silseth is ready. And let's do it in Anaheim. First pitch swung on and missed. We're underway. Marvin Hudson is the home plate up. Hunter Wendelstedt at first, John Tumpane at second, Ryan Blakeney is over at third. Missed inside.
Seeing limited action this season. 9 games, a little bit in relief. Just 1 game started there. 3 home runs given up.
Got the breaking ball in there.
Take a look at our scouting report. He just called up, but Michael mentioned before he had a 2.79 ERA in Salt Lake City, and slider has depth on the end there. Just saw it right there. Really good downer on his slider, but a good fastball cutter mix as well. Mark Guaza told me that he was working on that cutter for left-handed batters, like a lot of righties do.
The 2-2 upstairs. Called up from the Salt Lake Bees to start. Jimmy Herget was sent down. The second stint with the club, as David mentioned. 9 appearances, 1 start from April 26th to June 2nd. And strike 3, Peraza down looking. Take a look at the rest of the Yankee lineup. Peraza starts it off, then Torres, Stanton. Middle third is LeMahieu, Volpe, Cordero. And the bottom third, Bader, Higashioka, and Cabrera. There's Gleyber Torres, 9-game hitting streak for Gleyber, and he takes a breaking ball strike.
That slider we were talking about with Silseth. It's got 6 inches more vertical drop than the average slider in the major leagues.
Angels defense has Ward in left, Moniak in center, and Renfroe with that great arm over in right. Infield, Rengifo, Neto, Stefanik, and Escobar third to first. Wallach behind the plate, catching Silseth. 1-2. So far in this 6-game road trip, this is the 6th game, and there's a 10-game hitting streak for Torres as he lines a single to left center. The Yankees are 1-4, so they're trying to salvage the final game of this 3-game set. Let's take a look now, David, at the keys to the game presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Well, number one's an understatement. If you've watched the Yankees play recently, the Yankees need a stopper, and that usually happens on the mound, obviously, with Carlos Rodon going. Also, when you're having trouble scoring runs, you need a clean game. You got to play good defense. You got to get them over, get them in any way you can. And obviously, on the Angels side, know where Ohtani is and don't let him beat you.
Stanton takes low. Stanton's 0 for his last 14 since his home run in Colorado. And a strike. Some life on that fastball.
Are you ready for a smack in the face?
Always.
This kid was born on May 18th, 2000. Drafted in 2021. 2021, he's the first guy from that draft to make it to the big leagues. Broke in last year with the Angels. out of the University of Arizona. So 11th rounder, moved quickly through the system.
You know, he hung around a couple of college campuses, though. He started out at Tennessee, then transferred to the College of Southern Nevada. Then he went to Arizona. A lot of sweatshirts. One, two, outside, 2-2. Torres now with a 10-game hitting streak, leads off first. And that gets by Stanton for a strikeout, 2 away.
This is how you get to the big leagues quickly. He's got good stuff. He's obviously got a good arm. 96 miles an hour, well located, just above the belt and right on by.
So here's LeMahieu. Line to right field. It's a foul ball.
Anthony Volpe on deck in the 5-hole today as Aaron Boone continues to search for a batting lineup that can get something going.
Strike 3. Silseth strikes out 3 in the first inning. No runs a hit. 1 man left. Yankees nothing. And the Angels coming to bat against Carlos Rodon.
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile, introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals. And you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped. Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's gets you a bottomless drink, bottomless chips and salsa, an entree like a cheeseburger and fries, the chicken bacon ranch quesadilla, or a steak with loaded mashed potatoes, starting at just $10.99. Wait a minute, that can't be right. Rewind. So you get a drink, all the chips and salsa you can eat, a giant entree, and a side starting at just $10.99? Oh, someone's gonna get in trouble for this one. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Well, Silseth brings up 3 strikeouts in the top of the first. Now it's the Angels' turn against the Yankees left-hander Carlos Rodon. Neto plays short, leads off. Ohtani the DH. Ward in left. Moniak, who's having a great season in center field, cleaning up. Batting 5th, first baseman Eduardo Escobar. Hunter Renfroe in right. The bottom third of the order, Luis Rengifo will play 3rd. Michael Stefanik, the second baseman, bats 8th and batting 9th. And catching it's Chad Wallach.
And here is the lefty, Carlos Rodon, towing the slab at the Big A here today. This will be his 3rd start on the year, and you see not a lot going on there. A couple homers given up, and let's take a look at the Indeed scouting report for Carlos Rodon. And for me, Michael, I mean, when he's right, and he has been last year, and that's why he got the big contract, the premier power lefty in the game, or at least one of them. And his high-low mix is devastating when he's on. The high fastball and the low slider, it's as simple as that. It's a 1-2 punch, and it's a knockout punch. And then, of course, as Yankee fans know, he's still kind of rounded into form, probably up to 100 pitches today.
Let's check out the Yankees defense behind him. Oswaldo Cabrera in left, Harrison Bader in center, Franchi Cordero over in right. Infield, Peraza, Volpe, Torres, and LeMahieu. Higashioka behind the plate. Rodon is on the mound with Stanton the DH. So here's Zach Neto. Rodon deals. Grounded to 3rd. Gobbled up by Peraza. 1 pitch, 1 out. Ks for 27-pitch complete game.
Such a risk reward for a leadoff batter swinging at the first pitch. A gift for the pitcher, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Here's Ohtani. Upstairs, fouled away.
It's a good pitch, good pitch. I mean, you talk about how do you pitch Ohtani? Yeah, right there, up and in, hard in. Keep him honest. It's a classic 1-2 punch right there. You want a blueprint on how to pitch Ohtani? Right there it is. Maybe that slider's a little too soft in a way, but that's it. Back and forth, up and in, down and away. Rodon wanted that pitch just off the plate with the slider.
Three and one. You can hear his frustration up here. Ohtani leads Major League Baseball in every single major offensive category. Trying for his 36th home run there, but he swings like that all the time.
He does. I mean, just airs it out. He's trying to hit it to the moon.
And the payoff. He walked him. You get the sense, too, David, if Ohtani was not as valuable as he is as a pitcher and a hitter, he'd steal 40 bases.
He could, absolutely.
Here's Ward. Foul back.
In last night's game, I talked about the conversation I had with Phil Nevin and how calculated Shohei Ohtani is, even down to the base running part, to your point, Michael. He really picks his spots, when to run.
0-2 on Ward. Foul back here. Still 0-2. And the 0-2. Ohtani leads off first, 1 man out. Held there by LeMahieu. Grounded foul. Angels were 2-11 in the last 13 before this series began. They've won the first 2 of this series. Extra innings on Monday, 5-1 yesterday. Looking for the sweep, as we mentioned. They have not swept the Yankees in a 3-game set in Anaheim since 2009. Still 1-2. And the pitch. High drive, left field, going back to Cabrera. He's on the track, he's at the wall, see ya. A 2-run home run for Ward. And the Angels up 2-0.
blow early in this game. First inning. One team's trying to sweep, one team's trying to avoid a sweep, and now the team on the sweep side's got a 2-run lead.
Here's Moniak upstairs. 15 straight games that the Angels have homered. And that ties a franchise record for Anaheim. 2-0. Let me correct that. It's 18 straight games with a home run, so that ties the franchise record. Two and two.
Yeah, even with Mike Trout out on the IL, scoring runs is not the problem, and that's a slider that Ward just cuts above with the pass. He's trying to get it down and in and never got down and in. It got up and out.
And down goes Moniak for the second out.
Kind of see that slider rolling over the plate, and Rodon knew it right away. That's not the start you hope for. Like a punch in the gut in the first round.
Here's Eduardo Escobar. Foul ball. So a walk to Ohtani and then a 2-run home run by Ward. It's 2-0 Angels. Fly ball, left center. Cabrera's there to make the play, and that'll do it. But the Angels put a 2 spot on the board. We go to the second, 2-0 LA.
It's time to switch to Verizon. Sadie did. And now, she has my plan, the first unlimited plan that lets her choose exactly what goes in it. Now, she gets to pick only the perks she wants and saves on every one. And with an incredible new iPhone on us, no wonder Sadie is celebrating. Introducing my plan. Get exactly what you want, only pay for what you need. Act now and get iPhone 14 Pro on us when you switch. It's your Verizon.
Back when I had a working circulatory system, you had to give your right arm to find great talent. But with Upwork, there's highly skilled talent from all over the globe, right at your fingertips. It's where businesses meet great remote talent, and remote talent meets great opportunity.
This is how we work now.
My coach told me, you won't have success if you can't handle failure. That's big, not just for hitting, for anything in life.
Oh, Arnold Whole Grains. That's that nutritious bread, right?
That's right, Picnic family. It's delicious, good nutrition for your balanced life. I eat it every day.
That's why you look so good.
Eat this.
Oh.
Yeah, keep eating.
Why you so big, bro?
You never been out there?
Well, I'm a Virgo, and Virgos love adventure. We showing up with a giant.
Welcome to Bing Bang Burger.
People are going to try to use you. And when they can't use you no more, they're going to try to get rid of you.
Spotlight. How about this, mother?
You ain't got no giant.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Yankee Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Well, the Yankees down 2-0, so it's a beautiful day, but so far not a beautiful game for the Yanks. Anthony Volpe batting 5th today will lead off. The second inning takes outside. Anthony is 3 for his last 34. Line to right field. Renfroe on the run will make the play. Franchi Cordero takes the ball 1-0. Cordero, 2 hits in his last 30 at-bats, hitting 155, batting 6th today. That one is ripped into right center field. That's going to be trouble. That's going to be a base hit against the wall. Right out there by Moniak. He fires into second. But Cordero has himself a double.
Well, this is what Franchi Cordero keeps getting chances, because he can hit a ball like this. When he hits it, it goes. And that is just a rocket right up the wall. I mean, in a split second, this is a misplay on the middle infielders from the Angels, as we see on the super shot. That is barreled up over 111 miles an hour. Second baseman's out of position because you had to play at second base right there. It was hit so hard.
Bader takes a strike. And the 0-1. Grounded to short. Neto goes to third and gets Cordero trying to advance on a ball hit in front of him. 2 outs.
Well, in our keys to the game, the second point was play a clean game. We'll check that off. This is about as unclean as it gets. It's right in front of you. No reason at all for that to happen. Dead duck.
It just doesn't make any sense.
It's right in front of you.
Here's Higashioka. Soft ground ball in Neto. He's going to go the short way, and that'll do it here in the second. No runs, a hit. Then 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second.
DraftKings has so many ways to bet on baseball, you're going to feel like a winner all season long.
Yes! Just hit another bet.
Clean up with tons of ways to bet on the show with DraftKings. All customers can get a stepped-up same-game parlay boosted up to 100%. Action's so good, why bet anywhere else?
David, I thought that was your car out front.
Hi, Vicky.
What if finding a new job wasn't such a leap of faith?
I don't think I'm right for this. I said I don't think I'm right for the job.
You're perfect for it.
What if you knew you'd be paid fairly?
Check this out.
Because you could literally see what the job pays. What if your schedule worked for you and her and them? And what if the promise of better work
No way.
was something that found us?
I got the interview.
One day, you might realize it's time to switch things up.
There you are.
Thank you.
When your sisters come to town and you say,
It's on me.
crushed it, little bro. When your friends come over to watch the game. No, when you go to the game. Total power move. When you realize your vacation days won't use themselves and it's time for an out of office. Way out. When you're with Amex, it's never a question of if you'll make it happen. It's when.
Not to flex, but amp creators do radio better than radio does radio.
Let's listen to some jams to get the vibe started.
Let's get into this next one. One of my faves, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here with us. Where are you calling from today?
What's going on? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Vibe out live with the music you love. Download the app and listen for free.
We go to the bottom of the second, and on this road trip, we've seen too much bad base running.
Well, too much, especially when you have an offense that's struggling. It's more important than ever to not make these types of mistakes on the bases, and the Yankees continue to do so in the face of a struggling offense. And you just got to read the ball off the bat. And sometimes you're trying to do too much, and you're pushing the system. But when mistakes like this are made on the bases, you just have to shake your head when you're on the Yankee bench, and you can't help but think, here we go again.
Here's Renfroe. You know, when we do the keys to the game and things like that, we're putting a lot of thought into what it is. The Yankees have a razor-thin margin of error right now because they can't score. So when you have a runner on base in scoring position, you can't lose that runner by trying to advance on a ball hit in front of you. I mean, that's my son knows that. He's 8 years old.
Yeah, I mean, that It's understandable at times when you want to push the system because you are having trouble scoring runs, so you want to run the bases and do something extra. And this is a classic case where players try to do too much sometimes, and it costs you.
2-1 on Renfroe. Three and one on Hunter Renfroe, leading off the bottom of the second against Rodon. And there's a walk. Here's Luis Rengifo. One and 0. Bottom of the second, Angels 2, Yankees nothing. Yankees have tomorrow off and then start a 3-game set over the weekend with Kansas City. Big cut. Monday's an off day. Mets on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday another off day before they head to Baltimore. High drive, left field. Going back Cabrera. Still back on the track at the wall. See ya. 2-run home run for Rengifo, and it's 4-0 Angels.
Almost a carbon copy of the first inning. A walk and a homer, and in this inning, a walk and a homer.
Ground ball a second. Torres gets Stefanik.
See, this one is belt high and belted. Reaction of a pitcher who knows it.
Chad Wallach takes a strike. And 2. Angels trying to go over 500. They're at 48 and 48. The Yankees come in at 50 and 46.
Just a huge series for the Angels to be in a position to sweep the Yankees here early in the third game.
Fly ball shallow right. Torres waves off Cordero, makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch for the second out.
This is not as easy as Glaber made this look. Never hesitated. You got to go get it. You can see he's kind of calling it and waving off of Franchi Cordero. Never wavered with a high sky on a sunny day.
Pitch upstairs to Neto. 1-1. Big cut, 1-2. Neto grounded out to third in the first inning, so two-run home runs against Rodon, and the Angels have a 4-0 lead here on this Wednesday late afternoon in Anaheim. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Neto down on strikes. But the two-run home run by Rengifo has given the Angels a 4-0 lead as we move to the third.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Why did you switch? With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile? It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-844-719-4999.
Like, it was just second nature. After school, you go to the rec center, you stay there all day, all night. It was loud, there was a bunch of movement, a bunch of action. You were learning every moment that you were in there, how to stand tall and keep your word and staying strong on things that you believe in. Have I not been exposed to Robert C. Marshall Rec Center, there's no telling where or what I would have been doing.
Technology lets you monitor your pet when you're not at home. But to monitor threats to your hybrid workforce wherever they are, you need more than technology. You need CDW, who gets to know your business and can design and deploy custom solutions with pre-configured HP notebooks with HP Wolf Security. AI-enabled threat detection and remote management protect your endpoints 24/7, giving your defenses some real teeth.
Bummer.
HP makes always-on remote security possible. CDW makes it powerful.
What's that, pizza?
No, it's KFC's $20 fill-up box.
Nuggets and chicken, biscuits and fries, a row of sauces? Does this mean pizza night is now chicken night?
Make it a chicken night with KFC's 20.
It is time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture was submitted by Doug. He and his son Joseph always bond over their love of the Yankees together. Probably watching right now. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and post your picture on social media to reflect your love for the Yankees, and we might spotlight you in a future game.
How do you pronounce that? Borchers? See Rodon walking off after that last inning. There's a lot of Yankee fans here. He's hearing it a bit and reacts.
That's a little unusual. But tensions are high right now.
Yes, they are.
Everybody on that team, everybody on that coaching staff knows exactly what's going on. This style of play, this level of play is unacceptable right now. And somebody has to step up.
Tensions are high in the fan base.
Yep. One and one to Oswaldo. Oswaldo's one of the few Yankees that are hitting. 7 for his last 18, a home run, 10 ribbies in his last 10 games.
The body language tells a story on the field and in the dugout.
Down goes Oswaldo with a strikeout. Now, Meredith, you spoke to Rizzo yesterday and pretty much got the pulse of the mood of the team.
And he was very clear, Michael. They are down right now in that clubhouse. He went on to say, we expect more of ourselves. We know we're better as a team. It's okay to be down right now. It's a close group. This is a low point for this team, but we're going to keep battling. This is all part of it. It's part of the journey. We need to fight through this. This has kind of been the story of the 2023 season. But you could tell it was quiet in the clubhouse last night, rightfully so. They have not been playing well. It has been well documented. And he was kind of the spokesperson last night that was talking about just how brutal the stretch has been for the team.
You know, he had a great line. He said it's hard to have fun when you get your teeth kicked in.
Yeah, I mean, it's honest and accountable, and I think that's the way to handle this sort of a situation. You can't sugarcoat anything when you're in the midst of this kind of a struggle.
Upstairs, 2-2 on Peraza.
Certainly will get your attention right there. Look out. Knockdown and super shot.
Did he go? No, he did not. Peraza has struck out his last 4 at-bats dating back to last night. Came very close right here to making it 5 in a row. Foul back. Yankees have lost 8 of 10. First time this year they've done that in a 10-game stretch. They're 5-10 in July, and they're 0-4-1 in their last 5 series, and that includes this one. Did he go? No, so a walk to Peraza. You know, in baseball, we always say stuff like this, David. Well, this is the easy part of the schedule, the soft part of the schedule. Well, it doesn't translate that way. Last place, St. Louis, they lost 2 out of 3. Then they played Baltimore tough. They took the first 2, but then they lost the last 2. So that was the one time they didn't lose a series. Then they lost 2 of 3 at the stadium against the Cubs, 2 of 3 at Colorado, one of the worst teams in baseball. And they've lost the first 2 against the Angels. So it's been a really tough stretch. Pitch to Torres is upstairs.
Well, it's obviously a long season, but this point in the season is so important because it leads you right to the trade deadline, and it impacts everything, all the decision making. For the Angels, this is sort of a series to get them back into it. Kind of maybe quiets down all the Ohtani trade talk. On that side, Phil Nevin, that's what he wants to see. They're desperate to get back in and get back to 500 where they are now and get above. Quiet down that Ohtani trade talk. On the Yankee side, what do? You're limping into it right now. You're trying to salvage it. But you can't help but think that how this stretch will impact Brian Cashman's thinking and the organization's thinking as far as what moves to make coming up.
Fly ball right field. Backing up is Renfroe. He's there. Makes the play. For the second out. That'll bring up Stanton. Giancarlo struck out in the first inning. He's 0 for his last 15. Silseth just called up today to make the start. Fires over to first. Peraza dives back. One and 0. On the Yankee DH. 3-0. And a strike, 3-1. First 60 games of the season, the Yankees were 35-25. Last 36, they're 15-21. Just 4 games over 500. Strike 2.
Another look at that two-seam fastball running in off the plate. Gets the call.
Pitch in the dirt. Check swing by Stanton. So a walk to put runners at first and second with 2 outs for LeMahieu.
One of the things about these 4 o'clock games out here on the West Coast is that the shadows start to come into play in the middle innings as you see them creeping in there. This might be the Yankees' last at-bat to have a clear view right here. DJ LeMahieu up with 2 outs here in first and second.
Ground ball is second. Stefanik over to Escobar, and that'll do it as the Yankees strand 2 when we go to the bottom of the 3rd.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. Dad, once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Strokes in the flesh. It's been like forever, mommy.
I thought maybe that I could be a legit masseuse.
You're amazing.
When am I going to see what these magic hands can really do here, huh?
What have I done? I'm going back to prison.
Mommy's been busy.
I don't want to be a serial killer!
$20 for a half hour.
It's time for some prime trivia. Since 1930, 3 players have led their league in both home runs and triples in the same season. Who are they? Right now, the guy coming to bat leads in home runs and triples.
Well, back to the 30s. Wow. Look at some of those Yankees 30s lineups.
So here is Ohtani, walked and scored in the first. 1-0.
Go back when the monuments were on the field, right?
Yep.
Those big center fields back in 30s and 40s.
Garrett gets some speed.
That's what I was thinking.
1-1. Fouled away. And the 3 players that we're looking for, I'm told, all Hall of Famers. Two and two. Upstairs, he's living up there against Ohtani, which is David has been telling us that's what you really have to do.
Yeah, when a guy swings as hard as Ohtani does and likes fastballs as much, you have to make him aware. And that also sets up down and away. I'm not saying throw at his head. You certainly want to make him aware that you'll pitch him in and up.
And he walks him again. Judge actually spoke with Meredith and a couple of members of the media about what Ohtani's doing. Meredith, what did he have to say?
Well, Michael, Ohtani has 35 home runs this season, and people are already talking about whether or not he could break Aaron Judge's record of 62. And Aaron Judge was asked about that in the dugout earlier today, and I loved his response. He simply said, records are meant to be broken. He has a great appreciation for what Ohtani does. He did mention he doesn't like watching him do it against the Yankees, but you could tell that he has that appreciation for the player that Ohtani is. One thing he did mention that I found interesting, this offseason, Aaron Judge was trying to go to a toe tap. It didn't work out for him. He wants to work on that again in the future, but mentioned Ohtani's toe tap and the way he goes about his business in the batter's box, and really had an admiration of that. But he said he can hit as many home runs as he wants to. He has power, he has speed, and he is an impressive player.
I know Aaron's saying the right thing. Records are made to be broken, but he doesn't want that record broken after 1 year. I mean, Roger Maris had it for 61 years.
Well, somebody asked him, do you want him to at least give you a little bit more time to savor that record? And he just smiled and said, you know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, but did add he expects to be in this league with Ohtani for a lot more years, and he expects the competition, home run-wise, to be there for the next several years. So something that all fans can enjoy watching. Also noteworthy, Michael, Aaron Judge was out earlier today, and he was running the bases for the first time. Not at 100%, but another step in the process of getting Judge back in that lineup.
Walked him on 4 pitches. So 4 walks for Rodon. And Blake comes out and he's going to have a talk.
You know, another story here for me is as we get a look at what Meredith was talking about, is Aaron Judge creeping closer to being an active player. He said Aaron Judge was backing it up this year. He had a chance to go another 60-plus home run season. At least he was pacing that way before his unfortunate injury because of the Dodger Stadium wall. But Aaron Judge had a chance to go back-to-back 60s. And we're not going to see that now. So that's what that injury robbed us of.
So Blake has his talk with Rodon. And here's Moniak. David, how realistic is it for Rodon to be top-level Rodon with just 2 starts and a short ramp-up?
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit unrealistic. Really, to me, his slider's really rolling today. His fastball's decent at times, 96. The velocity's kind of there. It's got some swing and misses with it, but to me, the 1-2 punch, when you're basically a 2-pitch pitcher, when you're down to 1 pitch, if your slider's not as sharp as you need it to be, then you're going to have some trouble. there's just no way to simulate real-time big league action. You can do all the sim games you want. You can build your arm strength all the way back. But there's nothing like this right here to test you.
Line drive, it's a base hit to right field. Ohtani rounds third, he'll score easily. Moving to third is Ward. Throw comes into second. It's an RBI single from Moniak. 5-0 Angels.
You know, case in point here, this is another kind of a rolling slider that stays up and out over the plate, and it's hammered.
That's an 11-game hitting streak now for Moniak, who's having the career that people thought he was going to have when he was the first pick in the draft by the Phils. Escobar takes outside.
When I talk about a high-low game that Rodon features, it's that high, hard fastball, but that slider down. We haven't seen that darting slider down at all. It's rolling and staying up.
Two and 0. Grounded softly to third. Run will score. There's one on to first, not in time. So Escobar picks up an RBI, and now it's 6-0 Angels.
Get another look. It's just not quite hit hard enough. Yankees will not challenge as he clearly beats the throw.
Pitch outside. One on, one out. The Angels have put a two-spot up every single inning of the first three. 1-1.
Might be the best slider he's thrown tonight right there.
Chop slowly to third. Peraza fields. Gets the out at first as Renfroe is out on the 5-3. Escobar moves to second. So runner at second, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, it's 6-0 Angels. Here is Luis Rengifo. 2-run home run his first time up. Foul back. 0-1.
You know, another point, Michael, as you brought up, can you know, the expectations for Rodon here and also on Aaron Boone here. You get 6 runs on the board. You want to continue to allow him to build up and get stronger, but at the same time, this game's quickly getting out of hand. That's why the Yankees bullpen's up.
Two and 1 on Rengifo. Escobar's at second. 2 runs in, 2 men out. Three and 1. count is full at 3-2.
Gets the call right at the top, just above the zone.
Let's take a look at the Spectrum exit velocity on the home run by Rengifo. 102.1 off the bat. 2-run shot in the second inning. And the 3-2. Fifth walk. And that is one short of his career high, which he's done in a game. A 6-walk outing, and he's done that 4 times. So 5 walks for Rodon, 2 2/3 in.
It's like Aaron Boone's going to push on through here. You know, if it were my decision, I'd have to get him out of there right now. I know Aaron Boone's thinking, man, just there's 2 outs here, trying to get him through this. Maybe you can let him go another inning.
One and one.
It's the 3rd inning. You still have a lot of at-bats left, even though you have a struggling offense.
Doesn't have command at all today.
Yeah, it's a real struggle for him, and you can just tell by the body language. The life is just kind of out of him right now.
The 2-1. Grounded up the middle. Backhanded there by Torres. The throw to first. The scoop by LeMahieu, and that will finally do it here in the 3rd. But the Angels add 2. We go to the 4th. 6-0 LA.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
What if finding a new job wasn't such a leap of faith?
I don't think I'm right for this. I said I don't think I'm right for the job.
You're perfect for it! What if you knew you'd be paid fairly? Check this out. Because you could literally see what the job pays. What if your schedule worked for you, and her, and them? And what if the promise of better work
No way!
was something that found us?
I got the interview.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a classic old-timer with cheese and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. It's my $10.99, it's my 3 for me. Hey, get out of here. Nope. Ooh, I can whack hands all day. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Meet Dolores Roach. She's just like you if you were a serial killer. The Horror of Dolores Roach. Watch now, only on Prime Video. Dolores is not down there. And here we are at Angel Stadium. Anthony Volpe will lead out the 4th inning. Yankees trail 6-0. Chase Silseth called up from the minors to make the start. Giving up 2 hits and no runs. He deals a strike to Volpe. Sky the other way, down the right field line, and it's a foul ball. Volpe lined out to right field. That was in the second inning. Anthony trying to snap out of a slide. He's 3 for his last 35. And the 23-year-old Silseth deals the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 1 away.
You can see the catcher wants it right up there, and he gets it right up there. Ties up Volpe.
Silseth has not pitched in 2 weeks. Last team he faced was the Sacramento River Cats. Pitched very well in that game. There's Franchi Cordero. Doubled off the wall in right center in the second inning. You can see the Shadows are playing a role in this game right now. 4 o'clock start here on the West Coast. Two and one.
These are the type of games when you saw Nolan Ryan pitching with eye black with Shadows, throwing 100.
There's a strike, 2-2.
I'm thinking no hitter too. On a day like today with Nolan Ryan.
Swing and a miss. Cordero down on strikes.
It's a lot of drop on that slider. It's more like a hard curveball in the low 80s. You can see the depth on that slider. That's probably the toughest one to pick up in Shadows, is the spin on a breaking ball.
There's Bader. And Silseth working quickly and throwing strikes. Good breaking ball. Couldn't hold up. And the count 0-2.
Been no messing around from Silseth. He works fast. Gets it and throws it.
And Bader goes down on strikes. He strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 6-0 Angels.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. And diets and exercise add to the struggle. It can feel never-ending. But today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. Taken with a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50%. So if you feel like you're getting nowhere, go with 2 doses a year of Leqvio and keep bad cholesterol low. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. When you're ready to go from struggle to cholesterol success, talk to your doctor about twice-yearly Leqvio to help you lower your cholesterol. Lower, longer, Leqvio.
When travel is this inspiring, you're with Amex.
miss the final season of Jack Ryan. From analyst to action hero, Jack never backs down, but this time the enemy is everywhere, even inside the CIA. Watch all episodes now only on Prime Video. Chad Wallach leads off. First pitch is swung on and missed as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. One and one.
Hamilton was ready last inning. He's going to back him up as obviously Aaron Boone wants to try to get Rodon and his pitch count up a little more.
The strikeout of Bader, the 7th for Silseth, and that's a career high. And it's just 4 innings in. Two and two. High fly ball. Left center. Bader's there to make the play. One down. I've always wondered about when a team is struggling the way the Yankees are right now. Do you just let it be status quo and have them work out of it? Or that old cliche of a manager tossing over the food table in the clubhouse, does that work? What's worked in your career?
It works internally. It works when somebody like Anthony Rizzo or Aaron Judge, a leader of the team, says something, either in a players-only meeting or something like that. Manager can only do so much. Sometimes a shakeup is needed. You know, it's a youthful shakeup, whether it's Oswald Peraza or somebody else that comes in and kind of shakes it up. Reminds some of these veteran players what it's like to be a rookie and enthusiastic. Kind of shake you out of it a little bit.
You know, so many, Yankee fans, and they're so supportive of the team, but you see on social media how upset they are. They want Boone to rip the team. And sometimes it doesn't work.
We don't know what's going on internally. Maybe he has.
Right.
That we don't know about. But the most effective way is if a real leader in there steps up and says something.
So it's better coming from a peer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always the best one.
And we don't know what's going on in there. There are no cameras or no pads in the clubhouse. It could be happening, and maybe it's not working. 2 and 2 on Neto.
Yeah, unless you're in that clubhouse, you don't really know. We're just obviously speculating. We know they're frustrated. We can see it. You can see it all over the field, the body language on the bench. And it happened early. 2-run shot in the first, 2 more in the second, and 2 in the third.
Up the middle and through for base hit. Neto with a single.
See, the fastball's hammered right back up the box.
So Neto held on at first by LeMahieu, and here is Ohtani, who has walked twice and scored twice. Oh and 1. Ohtani with 4 home runs in his last 6 games. 10 home runs in his last 7 games. He had homered in 3 straight games, but they kept him in the ballpark yesterday. That broke that streak. Oh and 2 on Ohtani with 35 home runs. Neto leads off first. 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him. Well, that's the textbook way to get him. And it worked for Rodon. 2 away.
Well, he talked about his approach to Ohtani and how you try to pitch a hot hitter and a great hitter. And fastball fouled off late. Got in his head a little bit, takes one down the middle. A high slider made him flinch, and then breaks one off the plate.
Here's Ward. 0-1. Six nothing Angels, bottom of the 4th inning. Oh and 2. .84 pitches for Rodon.
Yeah, it was Ward's swing, big swing in the first inning that set the tone.
Bader makes the play, and that'll do it. No runs a hit, and 1 man left on base. We go to the 5th.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With up to 13 camera views and the Z71 off-road package.
You okay?
Yeah. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile, introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals, and you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped? Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
We all work differently now. So CDW helped us deploy Mac supercharged by Apple Silicon.
Built-in security protects me from malware and forgotten passwords.
I've got enough battery life to get me halfway around the globe.
And lower overall costs leave more money in our budget.
For more practical furniture?
This was supposed to be hip. No. Could you help me out?
With Mac configured by CDW, a solution that works for everyone isn't just possible, it's powerful.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-844-719-4999.
Well, now it's time for the American Express 4th inning recap. Rodon's thrown 85 pitches, given up 6 runs on 4 hits, couple of home runs, walked 5, 1 under his career high. And Silseth, 4 innings of 2-hit ball. And this continues the trend of guys that are not having great years or guys that you have not heard that much about completely shackling the Yankee offense. And I know the old baseball adage, you've got to give some credit to the pitcher. But when that many pitchers that are struggling with high ERAs shut down an offense, a lot of it has to be on the offense.
Yeah, it's what you call getting healthy off a struggling offense. So a lot of those starters coming in struggling, getting a dose of health.
1-1 on Higashioka, who grounded into a force at shortstop to end the 2nd inning. One and 2. And the pitch. Grounded and off the glove of a dodging Rengifo, and Neto couldn't get it, so it trickles into left field. So a base hit for Higashioka to lead off the fifth.
Get another look. Just off the end of the web. Base hit all the way.
So here's Oswaldo Cabrera, runner on first base, nobody out here in the fifth. 6-0 Angels. 0-1. And 2. Yankees have 3 hits to the Angels 4, but 2 of the 4 Angel hits have been 2-run home runs. High fly ball center field. Moniak is there, makes the play. Heading back to first is Higashioka.
It's not so much a struggle. You expect teams to struggle. Certainly you go through ebbs and flows of the season, but it's just the lack of action, I think. It's particularly frustrating, you know, the lack of clean baseball, the errors, the base running mistakes. A lot of Yankee fans here in the crowd, dying to get a "Let's Go Yankees" chant going. Over the last couple of games, we really haven't heard it.
Well, if the Yankees don't pick up the play, you know, they've got their home fans waiting for them on Friday, and they'll hear it. Because I think fans are at an edge right now that the team's not playing well. And they're in last place in the American League East. Swing and a miss as Peraza down on strikes on the ball way out of the strike zone. 8th strikeout for Silseth.
Good, another look. Yeah, that's really way off the plate as Peraza kind of got into swing mode there and swung at a pitch that was never a strike.
One 1-0 on Gleyber Torres. Gleyber singled in the first inning and fly ball right in the third. We're in the fifth at 6-0 Angels. Final game of this 3-game set. Angels have won the first 2. Well, he must have a lot of movement on his breaking pitches because they're missing those pitches by a lot.
Well, that's part of it, yes. He's got a good one, but secondarily, obviously, the shadows play a role in being able to pick up spin.
1-2.
I give him credit for one thing. He works fast and throws a lot of strikes. Very aggressive.
Two and 2. 23 years old from Farmington, New Mexico. At AAA, allowed only 1 home run in 42 innings. Keeps the ball in the yard. Popped up in foul territory. Escobar can't get there. It's only the 15th big league start for Escobar at first base. Ground ball is short, backhanded by Neto, goes the short way, gets the force, and that will do it. Another 0 put up by the Yankee offense. At 4.5, we're halfway through, 6-0 Angels.
Back when I had a working circulatory system, you had to give your right arm to find great talent. But with Upwork, there's highly skilled talent from all over the globe, right at your fingertips. It's where businesses meet great remote talent, and remote talent meets great opportunity.
This is how we work now.
Experience a journey in every drop. A world of oil-infused beauty. Moroccan oil.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's gets you a bottomless drink, bottomless chips and salsa, an entree like a cheeseburger and fries, the chicken bacon ranch quesadilla, or a steak with loaded mashed potatoes, starting at just $10.99. Wait a minute, that can't be right. Rewind. So you get a drink, all the chips and salsa you can eat, a giant entree, and a side starting at just $10.99? Oh, someone's gonna get in trouble for this one. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
A monster shot by Aaron Judge. And the Yankees are pouring it on. It'll be a tough play. There it goes. See ya.
DirecTV has 2 ways to get the TV you love, satellite or internet, and that show you pretend not to love. Look, if you want to watch people eat bugs in the woods, that's your thing, baby.
Switch today for a 2.
Well, Friday night on Yes, the Yankees are back in the Bronx to kick off the 3-game set with Kansas City. Coverage begins at 6 with Audi batting practice in the pregame. Then first pitch will be shortly after 7 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Remember, Yes will have complete post-game coverage after the final out of tonight's game against the Angels. Mickey Moniak leads off. Rodon still out there. He's at 85 pitches. Ground ball, foul. Angels scored 2 in the first on a 2-run home run by Ward, 2 in the second, 2-run home run by Rengifo. Then an RBI single by Moniak and an RBI ground out by Escobar in the third made it 6-0. That one's lofted to left field. And backing up is Cabrera to retire Moniak, 1 down. And that will do it for Rodon. With Escobar coming up. And the pitch count at 87. Boone's going to take the ball from his left-hander and go to the bullpen.
Well, Aaron Boone clearly had a pitch count he wanted Rodon to get to, and he's there, and that's it.
Rodon departs. Yankees down by 6. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back here on Prime.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With up to 13 camera views and the Z71 off-road package.
You okay? Yeah.
Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Back when I had a working circulatory system, you had to give your right arm to find great talent. But with Upwork, there's highly skilled talent from all over the globe, right at your fingertips. It's where businesses meet great remote talent, and remote talent meets great opportunity.
This is how we work now.
Carlos Rodon in his third start as a Yankee got off to a rough start, a kind of a rolling slider that got shot out of here in a big way, and then a fastball right down Broadway also in the second inning. Made it 4-0. And for me, what I saw was a lot of this, the rolling slider. He threw 30 sliders on the day, only 4 swing and misses and only 2 called strikes with that particular pitch. When you got a 1-2 punch and you're a 2-pitch pitcher and you don't have the second pitch, it's going to be a long day, and it was.
First time in his career, he's allowed 6 or more runs and had 5 or more walks. First time ever. So in his third start as a Yankee, he struggled early, found a little bit of a groove in the 4th inning, and got the first out in the 5th, and then he was done. Ian Hamilton takes over.
That's why it's so hard to gauge pitchers on simulated games and minor league rehabs. You just don't know until you know whether a pitcher's ready or not.
One and 0. Escobar is 0 for 2 with an RBI ground out last time up. 1-1. One and 2.
You know, one of the things I also pay attention to, Michael, is pitchers who get called strikes with something other than their fastball. It's kind of the old pitching adage, you got to prove you can throw your breaking ball for a strike. Only 2 of those for Carlos Rodon today on his sliders. 30 sliders, only 2 called strikes with it.
Three and 1 on Escobar. And Hamilton comes on and walks the first batter. So 1 on, 1 out. That brings up Renfroe. Renfroe's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Yankees pinch up the middle in the infield. Peraza deep at third, about 12 feet off the line. And LeMahieu holding Escobar first. 6-0 Angels, bottom of the 5th. And that one gets by Higashioka. So he got crossed up as Escobar moves to second. See what happened.
I think what happens here is he's trying to frame it. He's trying to be really still with his glove and make that pitch look better than it really was. Trying to catch it in the web, and he just never got to it.
Scored a pass ball. See, that's the one thing that's going to go away if you ever get robo-umps. You can't frame a robot. I mean, they're going to know a strike is a strike. So this stuff, trying to pull the ball in, doesn't matter to a computer. And guys that have a decided skill set doing that, they'll have a lot less value in the sport.
Yeah, that is a big deal, and I think that's why people behind the scenes or the decision makers, both on Major League Baseball and in the Players Association, prefer more of a hybrid style where you'd have a challenge system as opposed to a full robot umpire. You know, both have been tested on the minor league level. The challenge system is kind of interesting. It'd be done by the hitter or the pitcher in real time, much like tennis that we just saw in Wimbledon. You'd only have so many challenges per game. So bases loaded, bottom of the 7th inning. Hitter might want to challenge a pitch.
And 2 straight walks issued by Hamilton. As Renfroe goes to first and second with 1 man out. That brings up Rengifo. Big cut. 0-1. 6-0 Angels. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Angels looking for more. Hamilton on in relief of Rodon. One and one. And now one gets past Higashioka. That'll be a wild pitch as the runners move up.
Get another look. We classify this as a slider, but it's really the change-up grip that Hamilton features. The Slambio, as he kind of overthrows that one and gets down and in on by. It's a very unique pitch, sometimes hard to catch as well.
Yankees have to bring the infield in. Two and two. Three and two on Rengifo. One pitch away from loading the bases. Yankee pitchers gave up 8 walks on Monday, only 3 yesterday, and 7 walks today. Swing and a miss. Rengifo down on strikes.
3-2 Slambio having trouble throwing strikes. Rengifo does him a favor. Late action on that pitch.
And now Blake will go out and talk with Hamilton as Stefanik will come to the plate. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Ron Marinaccio heating up. Higashioka saves a run.
Hamilton really struggling trying to find the zone. 19 pitches, just 7 strikes.
Grounded to short. Volpe for the final out. And the Angels strand 2, so they wasted 2 walks. We go to the 6th. 6-0 Angels.
When travel is this inspiring, you're with Amex.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once-daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. Dad! Once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Why did you switch? With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-844-719-4999.
Well, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. And it's been on Mr. Silseth.
Mr. Silseth has been impressive. I mean, Yankees offense is struggling, we know, but his approach has been really good. Quick worker, strike thrower.
Velasquez takes over at second base for Stefanik. You know, you wonder, David, changing a batting coach past the midway point of the season. And Sean Casey is an old school guy. The Yankees are an analytic team, and that's obviously what Dylan Lawson was working off of. So how long do you think it's going to take them to actually adapt to Sean Casey and vice versa? Driven into right field and deep. And that ball is off the top. No, it's gone. A home run. Second base umpire John Tumpain said it's a home run. Looked like it hit off the top of the wall, but it must have hit off the scoreboard behind the wall. And the Yankees are on the board, Stanton with a home run.
He used to have to hit it up over the second wall here, but no longer. Just above the yellow line will work. See right there on top of the wall, bounces up. Above the yellow line.
Well, Sean Casey likes what he sees. And that home run broke an 0 for 15 slide for Stanton.
To answer your question, Michael, I mean, it takes time for a guy like Sean Casey, who's been in the broadcast booth for several years, never really coached on the major league level, to come in and get acclimated himself to how things are done around here.
LeMahieu swings and misses, a strikeout for the first time.
But I think he was brought in for his people skills more than anything, just to be able to talk to these hitters on a different level as a hitter, as a former major league hitter, as somebody who's gone through the ups and downs and the struggles, who's been in the batter's box in a major league game, just to offer a different perspective. It's not like the Yankees suddenly turned anti-analytical in terms of their approach offensively. All the information's still there. You know, it's up to him to get up to speed now, but his strength's going to be just looking him in the eye and talking to him as a former professional hitter and a really good hitter.
Also got rid of the mustache. One and two. Swing and a miss. Volpe strikes out for the second time. He's 0 for 3, 2 away.
This will be number 10 on the day for Silseth. Another breaking ball and another wave.
And Phil Nevin says, you know what? I can't ask for much more. Jose Soriano will work his way in. Silseth will depart. Gets a nice hand from the crowd here at Angel Stadium.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-844-719-4999.
What if finding a new job wasn't such a leap of faith?
I don't think I'm right for this.
I said I don't think I'm right for the job.
You're perfect for it.
What if you knew you'd be paid fairly?
Check this out.
Because you could literally see what the job pays. What if your schedule worked for you and her and them? And what if the promise of better work
No way.
was something that found us?
I got the interview.
Dear Freedom, what forms do you take? More miles driven, more dollars saved, more life embraced, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota. That's right. Toyota has more electrified vehicles than any other brand.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, July 22nd for Military Appreciation Day with a Camo Cap giveaway. Arrive early to watch the U.S. Army Golden Knights parachute team jump into Yankee Stadium, and the first 18,000 guests 21 and older are going to receive a special Camo Cap, courtesy of Budweiser. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Jose Soriano will appear in his 15th game. You see his numbers, 25 strikeouts in 15 and 2/3 innings.
Throws hard, sometimes has a hard time finding the zone.
Pretty good start for Silseth. So 2 outs, nobody on, and Cordero against Soriano. We're in the 6th. It's 6-1. Angels over the Yanks. And a strike. Soriano, 24 years old, made his major league debut on June 3rd. And quickly 0-2. One and two. Cordero doubled off the right center field wall in the second, struck out in the 4th. Line drive, and that's going to be a base hit. Dunks in. A single in front of Renfroe. So he's 2 for 3. And that brings up Bader.
High fastball. Finds the grass.
Bader 0 for 2. And he gets plugged. Boy, did he get drilled. Slow getting up. Boone will make his way out to home plate to check on him.
Yeah, you could hear the sound of the plunk way up here. Right between the 2-2.
Well, you can hear it. Oh, thud. Cordero's at second, Bader's at first. At the plate is Higashioka. Yankees down by 5, 6-1. We're in the 6th. There's a strike. So Cordero's at second. He has 2 hits today. He was 1 for his last 26 entering today's game. Waved at that pitch. 1-2. First and second, 2 outs. 1 run in on the Stanton home run. Fouled away.
And we talked about Soriano and his live arm. Boy, throws it up to 100 miles an hour. Just, how'd you like to get hit in the middle of the back with 100 miles an hour, Mike?
I don't think I'd like it. There's a base hit to left field. Cordero rounds third. He'll score. Bader stops at second. It's an RBI single for Higashioka, and it's 6-2 Angels.
Let's see Higashioka go down and get that curveball off the end of the bat, but gets it over the infield. Keep this inning going. Staying on it. You see here going down right off the end of the bat. You see the vibration on the super shot. That's an RBI knock.
Higashioka's been one of the hotter Yankee hitters. He has 2 hits today, so he's 8 for his last 23. And the Yankee fans finally have a reason to get involved in this game here at Angel Stadium. Starting to chant, "Let's go Yankees." Yankees trying to mount a comeback here in the 6th. They've cut the lead to 4. 6-2. 2 men on. Oswaldo Cabrera at the plate.
You know, one good swing here gets this game pretty interesting.
Phil Nevin's going to have to answer some questions, too. Silseth was rolling, and you took him out. With 2 outs, he got the last 2 outs via strikeout. 1-2. Angel starters in this series, 1.93 ERA, 4 runs in 18 2/3. They had a 4.70 ERA entering the series, which was 24th in baseball. Fouled away.
And they missed Ohtani on the mound. Certainly saw enough of him at the plate.
And the 1-2. Blocked there by Wallach. Yankees have actually out-hit the Angels 6-4, but they're being beaten 6-2 on the scoreboard. 2-2. Way outside, 3-2. And Soriano really making this interesting. Peraza's on deck. Runners go. Just missed. A walk to Cabrera, and the bases are loaded, and that will bring the tying run to the plate.
So the breaker ball never gets there. Soriano's upset with the call, but that was not a strike because it broke around the plate and never got to the corner.
Little meeting on the mound. Soriano has faced 4 batters, so if they want to make a move, they could. Has to face a requisite 3.
Phil Nevin just now getting the Angels bullpen going. It'll be Webb, the right-hander.
Saw him yesterday. Jacob Webb. So here's Peraza, 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts and a walk. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And the pitch. There's a strike. The 0-1. Couldn't hold up, 0-2.
That curveball from Soriano has really been the only pitch that he's had any success with. Both throwing strikes and swing and misses.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, 0-2. Missed inside. Yankees down by 4, 6-2. Peraza at the plate. He's the tying run, bases loaded. And Bader darting down third base causes Soriano to step off.
Good. Anything you can do to distract the pitcher could be a help.
1-2. Strike 3. Peraza down looking. Strikes out for the 3rd time in the game. And the Yankees leave the bases loaded. Yankees get 2, could have been more, but Peraza looks at a called 3rd strike, and Soriano gets out of the jam.
Like, it was just second nature. After school, you go to the rec center, you stay there all day, all night. It was loud, there was a bunch of movement, a bunch of action. You were learning every moment that you were in there. How to stand tall and keep your word and staying strong on things that you believe in. Have I not been exposed to Robert C. Marshall Rec Center, there's no telling where or what I would have been doing.
The only thing I regret about my life was hiring local talent. If I knew about Upwork, I would have hired actually talented people from all over the world, instead of talentless people from all over my house.
My store, my design business, were exploding. But my old internet was not letting me run the show. So we switched to Verizon Business Internet. They have business-grade internet nationwide.
Make the switch. It's your business. It's your Verizon.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With up to 13 camera views and the Z71 off-road package.
You okay? Yeah.
Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Beautiful day in the Bronx. Garrett Cole's getting ready. Got it. Driven into left center field and deep. See ya.
Boy, I tell you what, so much fun to watch.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2,000. High drive, left field. He's done it again.
This is what they need. Obviously, Stanton can dominate. Now the bright lights are out. Game is starting.
Well, it's been a rough couple of days for Oswald Peraza. He has struck out in 7 of his last 8 plate appearances, including with the bases loaded to end the top of the 6th inning.
Get another look at this curveball coming around the plate again. Gets the call. Borderline at best. Peraza can't believe it. Very similar to the one Cabrera just walked on previously.
Well, remember, Bader got hit between the 2s on his back. Now IKF takes over in center field for Harrison Bader. Last thing the Yankees need is to lose Bader. Marinaccio on the mound for the Yanks. No, I'm sorry. That's still Hamilton. Still 1-2. Now Peralta's up. We've not seen a lot of him lately.
No, yeah, he's due for some action.
Almost seems as if he's been supplanted in terms of the level of trust by Nick Ramirez. Foul back. The Yankees show some life in the top of the 6th, getting the 2 runs, but leaving the bases loaded. 2-2 on Wallach, the number 9 hitter. It's 9-1-2. Wallach, Neto, and Ohtani. Swing and a miss. Wallach down on strikes. He's 0 for 3.
Well, much better this inning. A little more free and easy, and that's a really good Slambio. Down and away.
Neto is 1 for 3. And a strike, 0-1. Chop left side. The long throw. They get past LeMahieu. And Neto will hustle to second. It's a tough play. Volpe ill-advised throw. So it's going to be a base hit in an E6.
Get another look. Deep in the hole on the run. Wide left. See there, I'm not sure. Maybe if he gets something on it, gets it online, it might have been interesting, but it is way offline, and DJ cannot get off quickly enough and stop it.
Well, they're going to intentionally walk Ohtani, so there was a positive to that E6 that opened up first base. So the Yankees then comply and intentionally walk Ohtani, so he walks for the 3rd time.
Probably Hamilton's last hitter one way or another, with Moniak on deck, and in the 1st inning jumped on a slider. 105 off the bat, 405 by the time it lands.
Ward 1 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs scored. 6-2 Angels. Incumbent upon Hamilton to put up a 0 this inning, as the Yankees just put up a 2 spot. Neto's at second. Ohtani's at first. One and one. Neto is dancing off second, trying to unnerve Hamilton, who's staring at him. Yankees are playing their defense straight up, so they're really not checking Neto back, so Neto can do what he pleases at second base. Two and two.
Hamilton has a very quick delivery to home, so he's hard to steal off of. Not a big leg kick at all.
Three and two on Ward with Moniak on deck. He was dancing too much then, and Hamilton fires to Torres, not in time. Rip foul.
Turning into a heavy work day for Hamilton here. 37 pitches thrown.
Strike three. Ward down looking. So with Moniak due up, a trip to the mound.
Gets the call. Borderline at best.
So Boone's going to call on Peralta to face Moniak. First and second, 2 outs, bottom of the sixth. It's 6-2 LA.
One day, you might realize it's time to switch things up. When your sisters come to town and you say, "It's on me. Crushed it, little bro." When your friends come over to watch the game. No, when you go to the game. Total power move. When you realize your vacation days won't use themselves and it's time for an out of office. Way out. When you're with Amex, it's never a question of if you'll make it happen. It's when.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. And diets and exercise add to the struggle. It can feel never-ending. But today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. Taken with a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50%. So if you feel like you're getting nowhere, go with 2 doses a year of Leqvio and keep bad cholesterol low. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. When you're ready to go from struggle to cholesterol success, talk to your doctor about twice yearly Leqvio to help you lower your cholesterol. Lower, longer, Leqvio.
Time for the answer to this trivia question. Since 1933, players have led the league in both home runs and triples in the same season. Who are they? Mickey Mantle, maybe one?
Say, hey, kid. Willie Mays.
Ken Griffey Jr.?
Babe Ruth.
Jim Rice, how about that? 3 Hall of Famers. And we give you that trivia question because Ohtani leads the majors in home runs and triples. 35 homers, 7 triples. So Neto is at second, Ohtani's at first. 2 men out, and Wandy Peralta comes on to face Moniak.
You just didn't think of Jim Rice with triples, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you hit him out there in the triangle at Fenway. That yields some triples out that way.
Grounded foul. Angels have won the first 2 games of the series, and they have not gotten the big hit. With runners in scoring position, including this game, they're just 3 for 22. But home runs have helped. They're 1 for 6 in this game. But they have 6 runs because they have 2 two-run home runs. Wandy's been great this year against left-handed batters. The Yankees need him to get Moniak right here to go to the 7th, down 4. And he does. A ground ball to LeMahieu, steps on the bag, and that will do it. Peralta does the job, and we go to the 7th with the Angels leading the Yankees by 4.
You can't buy great conversations or excuses to unplug. You can't buy possibilities, and you can't buy moments that matter, but you can invest in them. At T. Rowe Price, we believe your investment should work harder for the future you imagine. And that's where our strategic investing approach can help. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a classic old-timer with cheese and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. It's my $10.99, it's my 3 for me. Hey, get out of here. Nope. Ooh, I can whack hands all day. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Amanda?
Hi, Amanda. Come on in. Nice to finally meet you.
Thanks so much for inviting me in.
Come take a seat.
When we listen, we are unconfined, free to travel the worlds inside our minds, where time moves faster, stops, rewinds. So let us take the chance to walk and dance a mile in others' shoes. The only thing that's certain here, whatever's next, is ours to choose. There's more to imagine when we listen. Audible.
Surf Girls, a 4-part docuseries following the next generation of Native Hawaiian female surfers as they navigate friendships and sponsorships in the world of professional surfing. Watch now, only on Prime. It's a good place to surf right there. Gleyber Torres leads off in the 7th and takes a strike from Jacob Webb.
Fourth game.
Soriano got that 1 out in the 6th, certainly making it very interesting. Gave up a couple of singles, hit a batter, and walked a batter. But Peraza struck out to end the inning. 2-1 on Gleyber. Gleyber's 1 for 3. The 1 extended his hitting streak to 10 straight, a single in the 1st. Driven out to right field and deep, going back Renfroe. He's there to make the play. 1 down.
Glaber continues to swing the bat well. He's the one bright spot in the recent struggles.
So here's Stanton. He started the Yankees scoring with a home run in the 6th inning off the top of the wall in right field. 5 home runs in his last 8 games. He had 1 home run in the prior 18 games. You know, without Judge and without Rizzo hitting home runs, they need Stanton to go off on one of his runs where it's hard to get him out, and he's hitting the ball over the wall all the time. They need that. They simply do. Swing and a miss. He's down on strikes. 2-way.
Break a ball off the plate, pulls off of it.
Three 3-0 on LeMahieu. DJ's 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts.
You know, Michael, to your point before, it really does come down to Giancarlo, LeMahieu, and Rizzo. Rizzo given the day off today by Aaron Boone with recent struggles and the low point comments that he made yesterday after the game. More of the lefty warming up. It's not like you're looking for a savior. I mean, obviously you can't replace Aaron Judge, but you just need those 3 guys to be somewhere near their mean, their average production. That would go a long way towards keeping the Yankees going. And unless that happens, not much else is going to change, really. You could make any trades you want. But those 3 guys really are the ones that are going to be leaned on heavily down the stretch, that need to kind of get it going.
Lined into center field. It's a base hit for LeMahieu. So a 2-out single for the Yankee first baseman. That brings up Volpe.
This is what we keep hearing Aaron Boone say after games. People get tired of hearing the same old things, but these guys have track records. DJ LeMahieu has track records of hitting line drives like that consistently. Giancarlo Stanton has a track record of being able to hit home runs in bunches, and Anthony Rizzo as well has a track record of just being a good hitter.
Strike to Volpe.
So that is really the question, what those 3 guys do the rest of the way, including Aaron Judge coming back.
Hit sharply and caught by Neto, and that will do it. No runs hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Time for the 7th inning stretch on the West Coast. Angels lead.
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile. Introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals. And you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped. Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Ford charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Fried Chicken Sandwich. Fried chicken, crispy onions, bacon, cheese, pickles, and sweet honey barbecue sauce.
It's a barbecue in every bite of KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Sandwich.
The only thing I regret about my life was hiring local talent. If I knew about Upwork, I would have hired actually talented people from all over the world, instead of talentless people from all over my house.
The North Shore of Oahu is the mecca of surfing. It's where surfers come to make a name for themselves.
We're all friends on the land, but like as soon as we are in the water, it's make or break time.
Get ready! They are the next generation of Native Hawaiian surfing.
All the hard work and dedication you put in, comes to these moments.
I'm going for the gold, got the world on my shoulders.
Well, the Angels, 6 runs on 5 hits. The Yankees, 2 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. Rodon had a rough start. Giancarlo Stanton with a home run in the 6th. Chase Silseth called up from Salt Lake City AAA for the start. Did a good job. Angels home runs, Taylor Ward and Luis Rengifo. And Bobby Valentine is in the crowd. Pitch outside to Escobar, and now Ron Marinaccio's in there. Crowd of 39,141 here at the Big A. And there's a strike to Escobar. Two and one.
Bobby V's out here now on the West Coast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing a little work for the Angels.
Yep.
Pre and post game. A little lifestyle change for the Stanford guy.
Ground ball a second. He came within a hair of becoming mayor of Stanford. He kind of ran as an independent and no previous experience whatsoever. He almost won.
Meant a lot to that community for years.
Here's Hunter Renfroe. Popped up behind the plate, over the screen, and into the seats. You know, the one thing that I'm not quite getting about the Yankee lack of offense, you know, everything seems to be pointing back to, well, when Judge got hurt against the Dodgers. Now, when you lose Aaron Judge, it is obviously going to have an impact. It should not have the impact that it's had on guys like Rizzo and LeMahieu and Stanton. He shouldn't pull the plug on their offensive prowess. I mean, the fact that those 3 guys are not doing their job, the rest of the guys don't have much of a track record. The guys with the track record have to do the job, even if Judge isn't there.
That's a great point. We all know how important Aaron Judge is, but this kind of goes back to last year, if you think about it. The second half of last year, Aaron Judge won the MVP in part because he carried that offense last year for the second half. If you look at the Yankees record over the last year, going back into the second half of last year, it's pretty close to 500. And the offensive output is a big part of that. Take Aaron Judge's numbers out, going back to last year to the second half. It's pretty much been consistently struggling.
I think it's over 162 games, which is a season. The last 162, they're 82 and 80. Now, they did win the American League East last year, but they got off to such a great start. They were on a 120-win pace. But Judge really carried them in the second half, and that's why he rightfully was the MVP of the league. Grounded to Volpe. 2 outs, but either they figure out the Rizzo situation and get Stanton to get into his home run hitting streak, and LeMahieu getting up to being close to the batting champion that he is, two-time batting champion. Even if they get Judge back, you've got to have people on base for Judge. And what we saw in the last month of last year, David, is they pitched around Judge. Because nobody's going to make them pay for it. Rengifo skips out of the way. Trade deadline is August 1st, and you know, if you're the Yankees, what do you do now? Because as David said earlier, no matter who you bring in, if those three guys that we're mentioning, they don't hit, there's really not that much movement that's going to happen. I mean, Anthony Rizzo can't be stuck on 11 home runs for the rest of the year. Two and one on Rengifo. And he was very honest in his assessment yesterday to the media. He said, as we talked about with Meredith, no fun getting your teeth kicked in every day.
Yeah, no, he's accountable. So is Giancarlo Stanton. DJ LeMahieu as well. They've been accountable. They don't run and hide. But they are a big part of the roster. And how they do will dictate how the Yankees finish up.
Three and two on Rengifo. .11 3-ball count and 9th full count by Yankee pitchers. And Rengifo works a walk. Been on base 3 times, a home run, 2 walks. And here's Andrew Velasquez. Bottom of the 7th inning, 6-2 Angels as they try to sweep this 3-game set. Crowd here at the Big A doing the wave, moving from right to left field around home plate. Big cut by Velasquez. You know, injuries take their toll on all teams. The Angels have more injured players than any team in baseball. Some of them are really big players, like Trout and Rendon. Those are huge players to lose. So if they win today, they'll be a game over 500. So every team has to absorb injuries.
You got Brandon Drury in that mix too. They're expecting him to come back. They lost a really bright prospect, a young catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. He's off to a great start. Had a devastating shoulder injury.
That was at the stadium.
Yes. A good-looking young catcher.
Rengifo leads off first. He's now made 2 throws over. You know the rule, he can't make the third unless he picks him off, otherwise it's a balk. Runner goes. Foul back. Yankee pitchers have issued 9 walks today, tied for their season high. High fly ball. Center field. Falefa is there, and that will do it as the Angels strand one and we go to the 8th.
New from America's #1 Lash and Brow Serum brand. Grande Brow 2-in-1, Tinted Brow Gel, and Brow Enhancing Serum. An instant tint for bolder brows now. Plus, thicker looking makeup-free brows starting in just 6 weeks. Get the brows of your dreams. Check out our makeup-free brow results. Grande Brow 2-in-1, Tinted Brow Gel, and Brow Enhancing Serum. Available at Amazon.
What if finding a new job wasn't such a leap of faith?
I don't think I'm right for this. I said I don't think I'm right for the job.
You're perfect for it!
What if you knew you'd be paid fairly?
Check this out.
Because you could literally see what the job pays. What if your schedule worked for you and her and them? And what if the promise of better work
No way!
was something that found us?
I got the interview.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With up to 13 camera views and the Z71 off-road package.
You okay?
Yeah.
Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Kick it up a notch like
Aaron Judge, case closed.
Yeah,
Cole,
we about to turn it up.
swing and a miss. Bases loaded. Stanton, big win for the Yankees.
We on a whole nother level now. We gonna turn it up.
Well, we go to the 8th inning, and it's the Angels 6 and the Yankees 2. 6-5-0 for LA and 2-7-1 for New York. New pitcher for the Angels is Matt Moore. And the lefty will face the lefty Cordero. Franchi with 2 hits today. Single and a double. Also scored one of the 2 Yankee runs. And struck out. Driven to center field and deep. Going back is Moniak. Still back. Track. Wall. See ya. A home run for Cordero. And it's 6-3 Angels.
Well, Franchi Cordero's got just about as much power as anybody out there. Certainly in terms of exit velocity and distance, and that is a no-doubter to dead central.
It's Falefa, his first at bat. He replaced Harrison Bader after Bader got hit in the back by Soriano.
It's never been about when Franchi Cordero hits it. It's about not hitting it that has kept him down. But the bat speed and the pop in his bat at or near the top.
You got to give credit to the Yankees evaluators, because when you saw his name in the lineup today, well, he's 2 for his last 30.
Yeah.
Well, here he is with 3 hits.
Had some big home runs early for the Yankees this year, and then went into the swing and miss mode again and showed up here today.
Falefa strikes out, 1 away. And here's Higashioka, who's 2 for 3. RBI single his last time up. And there's a strike. Inside. There's a really good story in The Athletic about Higashioka, where he's always looked at as a defensive catcher, not much of a hitter. But one guy was always on his side. And he pulled him aside once in spring training. That was Gene Michael. And Gene Michael told him, he said, you can hit in the big leagues. You can be a catcher every day in the big leagues. Don't let them pigeonhole you into being just a defensive catcher. And Higashioka said, hearing that from Gene Michael just meant the world to him. Meredith, do you have an update on Harrison Bader?
Yes, Michael, the Yankees just announced he left today's game with a posterior rib contusion. He left after getting hit in the 6th inning. He did go to first base, but defensively was then replaced by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. We'll know more in the postgame, so stay tuned.
Higashioka swings and misses 2 away.
Saw Matt Moore reinvent himself last year. Sort of, I guess you could classify him as a bit of a failed starter, although had some success in the rotation going back to the Tampa Rays days when he was a starter. Last year had a 1.95 ERA with the Rangers in 63 games, and he's pitched well for the Angels here, other than being injured recently. Had an oblique injury. Just got back off the IL last Friday. Could be a big lift for the Angels bullpen.
Quickly 0-2 on Oswaldo Cabrera. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. We're in the 8th inning. It's 6-3 Angels over the Yanks. Yankees trying to climb back. They were down 6-0 after 3. Swing and a miss. So after the home run by Cordero, Moore strikes out the next 3, but Cordero pushes the Yankees closer. Dead central, a round tripper. His 5th of the year. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 6-3 Angels.
One day you might realize going to grandma's doesn't count as vacation. When you decide to go to that amusement?
No.
When you decide to go to Hawaii? Aloha. Turns out you're beach people.
I think we're beach people.
Whoa, slow down, boys. We know you love it. And did you know they like ceviche? And best of all, the hotel has babysitters, so you have a date night. Remember those? With Amex, it's never a question of if vacation will actually feel like vacation. It's when.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-844-719-4999.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's gets you a bottomless drink, bottomless chips and salsa, an entree like a cheeseburger and fries, the chicken bacon ranch quesadilla, or a steak with loaded mashed potatoes, starting at just $10.99. Wait a minute, that can't be right. Rewind. So you get a drink, all the chips and salsa you can eat, a giant entree, and a side starting at just $10.99? Oh, someone's gonna get in trouble for this one. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Not to flex, but amp creators do radio better than radio does radio.
Let's listen to some jams to get the vibe started.
Let's get into this next one. One of my faves, by the way.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here with us. Where are you calling from today?
What's going on? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Vibe out live with the music you love. Download the app and listen for free.
Yankees with 2 in the 6th and 1 in the 8th. They've cut the lead in half from 6-0 to 6-3 as we go to the bottom of the 8th, but they're running out of time. New pitcher for the Yankees is Tommy Kahnle. He'll face 9-1-2 in the Angels order, starting with Chad Wallach. Swing and a miss on the change. 0-2. As you know, his changeup is so good he can throw 3 in a row. Doesn't concern him. Each one has to be better than the next.
You know, the thing that makes that changeup so good, as you said rightly, Michael, that he can throw it over and over and over again. Another one right there is the high velocity, up to 90 miles an hour on it, but the low spin rate that allows for it to move late. Most fastballs will spin in the 23 to 2400 RPM range. His changeup's in around the 13 to 1400 RPM range. The lower spin allows for a little more movement, especially when you're throwing it that hard, even though he misses with it and gets a leadoff walk.
That is the 10th walk issued by Yankee pitching. Ten walks, 5 hits. There's 15 base runners right there. Here's Neto. 0-1. That's the most that the Yankees have allowed since April 15th of last year. One and one.
Yankees have also left 9 on base. So. I guess you could say if they get another runner on and leave him on, they messed around and got a triple-double.
Yeah.
One thing that's definitely going to happen for me this summer, I'm going to the hip-hop concert at Yankee Stadium. 50th anniversary, and the Boogie Down, that's the place to be. So many good acts.
Grounded to third. There's one. No return.
Snoop Dogg himself is going to be there.
You're going to have to tell me how it is, because I'll be with the Yankees on the road. That's why the stadium's available.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So here's Ohtani. Walked 3 times, once intentional today, and struck out. So 0 for 1, 2 runs scored. One and 0. Yankees have been very careful with him today. On Ohtani. Neto leads off first. There's a strike. Three and one.
Just the determined look of a man on a mission this year, Shohei Ohtani.
3-2. The violent swing each and every time. He's still hitting over 300. And that's the 4th walk, and that's only the 3rd time in his career that he's walked 4 times in a game. And that brings up Ward. And it's the 11th walk issued by the Yanks. And a strike. Two and one. And a strike, 2-2. Three and two. The Yankees have now walked 12 batters in a game since August 6th of 2009 against Boston. Drilled deep to left field, giving chase Cabrera, and it is going to fall fair. Then bounces into the seats for a double. Ward picks up a double, run scores, and now it's 7-3.
You know, look, it's a changeup off the end of the bat. Cabrera's just not going to get there as he tries to short hop it. Off his glove to that young kid's glove.
Now the Yankees bring the infield in with Moniak at the plate. Grounded foul.
Yeah, we talked about it in the open. The Yankees really needed a clean game. And we've seen it from all ends, including all the walks that you mentioned, Michael. The base running. Struggling teams tend to press a little bit. When they press, mistakes are made, and it showed up all across the board.
Grounded, and they're coming home. And they get Ohtani at the plate for the second out. Nice play by Torres.
It is going on contact. Shohei Ohtani. Nice, safe little slide. Ohtani's not going to risk it.
So first and third, 2 outs, and here is Escobar. One and 0. Canely was perfect. First 10 appearances and of late, giving up some runs. One.
You know, as great as Tommy Canely's changeup is, he still needs his fastball, and he needs to throw enough strikes with it in order to protect that great changeup. It's hard to throw changeup after changeup, no matter how good it is. You need a 1-2 punch.
Like that. 1 and 2.
Throws hard too, 95 plus. So if he can locate that just enough, makes that changeup all the more effective.
Fly ball. Center field. Drifting back is Conifaleta. He makes the play. But the Angels get a run on 1 hit. And 2 men left on base. We go to the 9th inning. Yankees are down by 4.
My store, my design business, were exploding. But my old internet was not letting me run the show. So we switched to Verizon Business Internet. They have business-grade internet nationwide.
Make the switch. It's your business. It's your Verizon.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Highlander or RAV4. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
The only thing I regret about my life was hiring local talent. If I knew about Upwork, I would have hired actually talented people from all over the world, instead of talentless people from all over my house.
Eero builds mesh Wi-Fi routers for people who like their Wi-Fi fast and reliable and easy to use. Seems like we may have hit on something. Shop our best Prime Day deals ever at Amazon.com.
DirecTV has 2 ways to get the TV you love, satellite or internet, and that show you pretend not to love. Look, if you want to watch people eat bugs in the woods, that's your thing, baby.
Switch today for a $200 reward card.
We go to the 9th inning, 7-6-0 for the Angels, 3-8-1 for the Yankees. And after the inning, Tommy Canely was very upset, fires a glove at the fan, and then kind of destroys the fan as well. Upset with the way he pitched, and then he has a talk with the Yankee manager, Aaron Boone. You've been there, David, right?
Yes. We used to have a sort of a impromptu lesson on how to snap. Never with your right arm. Kicking the fan's okay. Never punch anything with your pitching hand.
Aaron Loop deals to Peraza, who fouls it back.
Those things are better done in the tunnel, out of the view of the camera.
Well, the tension level has to be very high. This is a team that great things were expected of. And they're in last place in the American League East.
Yeah, it's understandable, the frustrations.
And Peraza down on strikes. 4 strikeouts yesterday, 4 strikeouts today. The faces really tell the story. How much of the Yankees struggle offensively? That strikeout of Peraza was the 44th strikeout by Angel pitching. And that's the most in any 3-game set in their history. And this is a team that used to run out Nolan Ryan and Frank Tanana back-to-back. And the Yankees have struck out 44 times again. And they have not. And the 3 guys they faced were not Nolan Ryan and Frank Tanana.
No, one was just called up from AAA today. And that's accelerated. That hasn't been a season-long thing for the Yankees. Their strikeout rate actually has been closer to the middle of the pack. It hasn't been extreme by any means, not like we just saw.
Count 1-2 on Torres. Grounded to Neto. He gets a big hop. And the Yankees are down to their final out. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. One and 0. Stanton 1 for 3, couple of strikeouts and a walk, home run. And there's a ground ball to Neto. And the Yankees get swept by the Angels. A road trip that will not go down as a highlight for any season. Losing 2 of 3 in Colorado, getting swept by the Angels. 2 teams that were really plummeting. And they go 1-5 and now have a day off before they start a homestand with 3 against the Kansas City Royals. Right now, the Yankees have to hope, David, that this is rock bottom because you don't want to go further than this.
Yeah, this is the low point. Anthony Rizzo said it yesterday. It got a little lower today. On the other end of the field, the Angels